Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing turn-based strategy game TASTEE, Lethal Tactics. First off, that's a terrible name for a game, so get that out of the way first. Secondly, the game features a 30-mission campaign mode. The missions get more difficult as you go on because they simply add more AI units that you have to worry about as you try to achieve the objectives. Usually you have to collect items or reach waypoints or just eliminate all the enemies on the screen. There's also asynchronous gameplay against human opponents online, where you can submit your turns at any time, and then it'll let the other person know that it's their turn. And there's also skirmish games against the AI, which is what I'm going to show off with the game mechanics. The game is extremely similar to Frozen Synapse. It's basically the same thing except for two things. One is it has 3D graphics, and the other one is it actually has different classes of characters and stuff, and I'll show that off when I create a game here. So it has a number of different maps. They're not completely randomly generated, but what they do is it kind of places destructible and non-destructible cover in random locations around each of the maps. So just pick one of these. We'll have randomization turn on. The default team size is 4 people, so I'll just keep it on that. And then we'll start. Now I'm going to deselect all these people. So, as you can see here, there are 12 different units you're going to have. They're basically divided up into 4 classes. You have guys with shotguns, guys with revolvers, guys with grenades, and guys with sniper rifles. And then in each class they have special abilities. So this one has an extra health point. This one can sense nearby enemies, can go through wooden barriers, deploy sensor, disarm enemies, do a flashbang, and so on. Grenades, mines, and then tracking units are more accurate. Sniper or stealth. So a lot of different options here, and that's probably the highlight of this game, because as you'll see, the rest of it is basically a carbon copy of Frozen Synapse. So let me kind of pick who I like. I like having this guy. I don't really like the snipers. Snipers are really good on maps that are large, but on online play it kind of randomly picks a map, so you really have no idea. And if you're in a close quarters map, having a sniper is completely useless. I like having this guy. I like having that guy. I'll probably do the flashbang. Alright. So we are ready. So it's 4 on 4. Start at opposite ends of the arena. It's every 5 seconds. You give your units orders. It plays out 5 seconds at a time, and then you can change your orders again. As you'll be seeing, very similar to Frozen Synapse. You can right-click on a unit, give it different orders. You can tell it to free fire in a location, stop when it sees an enemy, look in a specific direction, sprint, which is what I'll do to all my units initially, crouch behind cover, or wait a certain amount of time. And then you can also use their special ability here in the middle, like this guy can throw a flashbang, and so forth. So, let's get started and try to take the AI down. Because my shotguns are very good for close quarters battle, I'm going to try to run up the middle as much as I can. So I'm going to put both of these guys on sprint. You can see that it is in 3D. Now the one thing that does do is it makes it kind of difficult sometimes to pick out where cover is quickly, because you kind of have to actually figure it out based on what the map looks like. So I'll probably send this guy up this way. That's about as far as it can go. Is that like halfway? Yeah, it's like a little bit under halfway. I'm gonna post this guy. I don't know. Probably actually put him here. So you put him on sprint. Get fairly close. And then I always keep my grenade guy on sprint because I just lob grenades at the enemies, and I'll kind of keep him over here. Then click the preview to see where everybody goes. You can also, give orders to enemy units. Change their class. You can drag and drop them around, give them orders to see what'll happen, based on your stuff, so you can plan things out that way as well. So I'm just going to commit my orders and go. The AI is not super great. Everybody's going to start shooting each other here. As you'll see, it isn't that terribly competitive. I'm just going to have you move there so you can take out both those guys. And you clear sprint. And go up here. And actually, I want you to hold on site here. You double click to do a waypoint. And I'm going to hide him here, actually. Alright, clear sprint. See what that'll do. Yeah, that's not too bad. Really, the campaign becomes more difficult just because there's more enemies that you have to deal with. You know, you'll end up going 4 versus like 8 or so on, and it just keeps getting more and more people that you have to get rid of. Which basically makes sense. But really, this game is more meant for online play. Which is good. The online play is good. It is a little bit difficult sometimes to see where cover is located with the 3D because it's not highlighted or anything. It's not obvious where it's located. There isn't really that big of an online community either. Alright. Well, that was an even thing. Alright, well, we'll reach down 1. What's going to happen there? Yeah, he's going to die. Now, I'm almost okay with that. Well, I guess I could crouch him. Then he'll survive. Yeah, let me crouch and actually I'll move him up. Although he won't be able to see that. And I'm going to try to flank him with the these guys. Let's go right there, and then I'll bring this guy up and have him sprint. Yeah, personally, my strategy is I love the shotgun guys, and you just run up to them and just take them out. Alright, so about here I want you to stop sprinting. And hold on sight. Yeah. Alright. Let's see what happens. Now, if he could be behind that cover, which will basically screw me, but I'm near that corner, so I can just kind of duck behind it if it becomes an issue. Oh, that didn't work out too well. I did get that guy, though. Yeah, I forgot that you could see through that window. Alright, so... Well, it took... No, the sniper's still there. Alright. Actually, I don't want you to hold on side anymore. I want you to just charge up and take this guy out. And I'm gonna just have him hold there. Hey, see what I mean? He doesn't readjust himself. Alright, so all I have left is this guy, which I can... He's not going to move from where he... How can I even get in there? How did he get in there? Well, you might have busted through this thing, actually. So let me turn him on sprint. And then I will turn him off sprint here. And then you should be able to... Well, you can almost barely see him. That way you can see him. Yeah. So you should be able to take him out there. Yeah, right at the end of the turn. Alright, let me take him out of here. I'm going to keep him crouched. Oh, that doesn't matter because he's a grenade guy. Actually, if you're a grenade, you can't retaliate. So I can just charge you. basically. I'll look over here while you go around the corner. Actually, I should have him sprint. I'll have you sprint all the way to, like, here. I don't know why he's not coming up. Oh, it's because he's crouched, that's why. Alright. Well, anyway. Should be able to surround him pretty easily. Oh, hi. Thanks, AI. Here we go. So that's pretty much, and then you can view the replay. I do like how it shows the vision cones. That's pretty nifty. And the way that it kind of closes in on the accuracy. Basically, if the enemy is behind cover or something like that, it gives you a time penalty. You can see how the AI just... it's not great. And that's it. That's Tasty Lethal Tactics. So like I said, I'll view the replay again. It's basically Frozen Synapse. It has the same 5-second rounds. It has the same asynchronous online play. It has a similar campaign mode where it's a bunch of scripted missions against a bunch of AIs. The two things that it adds is the 3D graphics, which are okay, although it makes finding cover a little bit more difficult than it should be. And the classes, which actually are pretty nifty. Where it gives you the abilities for the different class of people, which is pretty cool. So that's kind of nice. That said, is that really enough to choose this game over Frozen Synapse? I'd say probably not. Like I said, the community for this game is pretty small. There's probably been about like 60 people online, based on how many people are on the leaderboards. So, I mean, you'll find games right now because the game just came out. But I don't know, I can't speak for the longevity of it beyond that. So, although it's not a terrible game, it's just too much of a derivative game to really give a full recommendation for. That's all I have for today. Until next time, bye now.